Hi there. I want to talk about Sheraseven just really briefly. I didn't too much. I was familiar with her channel, Sheraseven1, where she gave advice, like dating advice to women, and self worth advice to women, and choosing a provider. I looked at that every now and then, but I really watched her Ashira Star Goddess channel. I was more into that channel when she before the 2020s, stuff like that in the earlier 2020s. I was more into that channel, even though I was aware she was 7'1". People, I get that she married a provider, but I feel like Shera was still a hustler. Hustler in a good way, meaning she was still after the bag, even though she had a provider. Shiva to me was not somebody who just sat around and did nothing. She had a big YouTube channel. She had two big YouTube channels. Her dating advice channel, is close to 1 million subscribers. But even with that, the level of views that she would get on her channel and support or whatever, and she had different classes. She probably made over 1 million alone on that one channel. And then she had another channel that had over 100,000 subscribers on that, which was a Shira Star Goddess. She offered esoteric type classes on that. Okay, she offered classes on that too. People who are interested in that world, she offered classes. She sold books. She sold different type of elixirs or whatever. Okay, so I always noticed, like, even before 2020, like 2018, 2017, I can't remember when I first started listening to her, like maybe 2015, 2016. I always knew then that she made a lot of money outside of him. She made a lot of money. And she was able to keep all of her money while he was paying the bills. She, with her two channels and offering her classes and writing books. Okay, I know her biggest money maker is off her dating one, right? She was 7'1", but she had her metaphysical channel, which made some pretty good money too. By itself, it probably would make over $200,000 a year. That channel right there by itself, along with all of the other things that she was doing on top of that, right? And then she had this She was 7'1" channel with the dating advice. Oh my goodness, don't tell her how much that channel made, because she, I don't know everything she did with that channel. I'm sure she had classes. People signed up for classes. She had collaborations and stuff. I'm sure people invited her to do talks. I'm not sure everything she did with that because I wasn't on that channel. But what I'm saying is, her alone with her platforms, and she was on TikTok. Let me not forget she was on TikTok. And she probably gets paid on Instagram too. But she was also on TikTok where she had a lot of followers. How much money did she? TikTok used to pay well until they stopped paying people. But I think TikTok might have been paying more than YouTube. I wouldn't know because I don't get paid for neither one of them. So goodness gracious. Okay, between her Ashira Star Goddess and her Shira 7'1", and then TikTok, I'm be honest. Her husband was a provider, but she might have been making more than he was. Okay, so people... People act like this lady was sitting around doing nothing with her, life. What do you think that she got paid on social media? She got paid some good money. I'm pretty sure, along with the TikTok and the two Facebook pages, she amassed a lot of wealth. She got a lot of money. Okay. Also, and I don't know a Facebook page. See, all that stuff. She was on Facebook. She was on Instagram. She was on TikTok. She was on YouTube. And I don't know what else she was on. But she got a lot of money off of those. Okay? But James was the one paying all the bills while she was able to keep her money in her pocket. She made more money than a surgeon. Now, okay, do you understand? Like, she made more money than lawyers. She made more money than doctors. She made a lot of money. Now, James passed away. Obviously, I'm sure he had a will. She's not stupid. And in the will, he probably just left her millions of dollars just in the life insurance policy alone for her and the children. Probably left her at least $1 million. on top of her getting his 401k, and she's selling the house. I don't blame her for that. When my father passed away, they were married for 43 years. And when he passed away, she sold the house too. Okay, like sometimes wives don't want to stay in the same house that they were married in. So my mother did that same thing. Somebody made a video talking about they want to see how she's going to get out in the game now. They want to see if she's going to follow her own advice. So they want to see if she can do the things that she's telling other women to do. She want to see because the way the lady talked about something, these niggas, these a whole new group of niggas out here today. These niggas are not like James. You know, James was obviously a boomer. And she was talking about these niggas today, they not like James. So she said that she want to see how Sheraseven going to do with these niggas nowadays. First of all, she was not going to mess with a nigga. She ain't messing with no YNs. And if she does date again, because she said that she not going to marry, okay? But if she does date again, it's going to be another old dude like James. It's going to be somebody else who's probably 20 years older than her that's going to spend all their money on her. That's what's going to happen. But guess what? She's rich. She's rich. Does she need a man to spend all that money on her? No. James left her a lot of money. She's selling a house, and he left her a whole lot of money. Okay, I don't know how much was in the will. None of my business, but I know she's smart. Very, very. I don't even watch her Sheraseven channel that much because I'm not interested in really dating. But I like to listen to her because I always felt like she was a very intelligent woman. And I felt like that just from watching her a Shera Star Goddess channel. She's very spiritual. She's a very spiritual person. Very, very spiritual. And so when I look at the Sheraseven1, I don't think people understand how intelligent she really is. I don't think people understand how spiritual she is. She's just very smart. You look at her, Shera Star Goddess, you'll see how much she is well read. Like she is always, she was always trying something new. She would read all different books and different. She would walk the walk with that channel too. Okay, she would talk about a lot of different things. Okay, so I always admired her level of intelligence. Okay. But I think when you look at the Sheraseven1 channel, maybe people don't understand that about her. People think she's really shallow because they probably don't look at her other channel. They probably don't look at her other channel to say that she got a whole lot more to her than that dating advice channel. But yeah, somebody was like, well, I want to see how she gonna do now in this world now that her husband passed away. How she gonna date these guys now? These guys are a whole different breed. They not the same. She gonna get with, she probably gonna mess with a white dude. She was not gonna mess with anybody her age. If she does date again, he might be 65. He's gonna be another boomer. He's gonna be another boomer. And you know what? Especially black women, they refuse to get let me say some. Some black women refuse to get the point. Men tend to have more respect for women with standards. I think some black women refuse to get it. They refuse to get that. Even with black men. I'm going to tell you this. How many people talk about how Candace Owens is with a white man and how she sold out or whatever they want to say about her. Some she's a coon or whatever they want to call her. Do you know that I feel because she is with that man, what's his name, George Farmer? What is it? What is it called? She married into aristocracy. She married into wealth. Do you understand? In a lot of black men's eyes, in a men period, in their eyes, she looks very valuable to them. Some black women refuse to get that. They refuse to get that where you don't look as easily accessible. Same thing with Crystal Carrison. Much as they want to criticize her messing with white men and rich white men at that, because this guy that she's messing with, that she's with now, think she's engaged to if she's not married, he's rich. I think with the last husband, she had to help with the bills, even though he was a decent provider. I think she had to help out some financially too. But this guy that she's with now is rich, right? As much as other people want to criticize her, especially in the black community, Crystalline Carrison looks more valuable than other black women that are easy. Okay? She to women like Candace Owens, Crystalline Carrison, and Sheraseven who have a higher self-worth about themselves. Other men look at them and they see the value in them too because they have self-worth. So other men are going to look at them and they're going to feel like they are higher too. And those men are going to want to spend money on them. Okay? If a person meets Sheraseven, most likely because they know what she's about, they're going to spend money on her. While they might have a one-night stand with another woman and might not even spend a dime on her. Not even give her an Uber to get back home, but then they'll meet Sheraseven and spend everything, just about everything they have on her because they see her as being higher in value than other women that don't have any self-worth. But Sheraseven ain't gonna mess with no YN. Sheraseven ain't messing with no nigga. I don't know if people been paying attention. She always liked older men. She felt like they were providers. So you think she gonna mess with a nigga? If she's not able to find a black man like her husband, Sheraseven is not limited to the black to the black community. She could date an Asian man. If she want to date again, she would date an Asian man. She would date a white man, whatever. And he would probably be older. He would be older. She likes older men. You know. And that's a good thing that she's not. Me too. I'm not interested in sex. I'm not a sexual person. If I was to get married, if I wanted to, I wouldn't have a problem with an older man. I don't like having sex. I'm not sexual. Sheraseven might not have been a very sexual person. Not to say that she wasn't attracted to him because she had 2 kids by him. So they did something together. When she met, they were 47. So he looked young at 70. So I'm pretty sure at 47, he looked like he was in his 30s. Okay? And so she probably was very sexually attracted to him. But good thing, she was very smart, and my mother always told me that it's really good to pick men to not be so into looks and all of that stuff, and look at other different things like make sure he loves you, and just different things. The way Sheraseven tell women how to pick men, that is exactly what my mother told me, because the man that she went married to, my father died. But she didn't love him. She wasn't attracted to him at first, but she chose to go with him because she knew that he'd be a good choice for her. And I feel like even though my mother was older than him, she's 3 years older than him, but I feel like that's the same kind of choice Sheraseven made. Okay, so women like Sheraseven1, they make wise choices when they come to men, and these bitter women that don't know how to choose a man, always going with their emotions and lust. Get bitter at women like Sheraseven1. But anyway, I'm about to run out of time on this, and I will talk to you later.